Okay, so like, hear me out. Uh, we all go through love. It's a matter of fact. So, what happens when you're in high school and something happens? Hi, uh, I'm Jay Sunday. Nice to meet you. And this is how I met my actual first love. Uh, so, peep it. Uh, Around 2 years ago, 2022, 2023, around that time, I was in my sad boy type shit, you know. I believe that no one would ever love me, and like I wasn't worthy of like a relationship, though I yearned for it. You know, I was one of those kind of guys who would watch romance shows and just kick their feet to it. It was absolutely hilarious. So, counting for the fact, it didn't really matter because I was just a lame man. But we had a friend group, me, my homeboy, a few upperclassmen. So we got our, let's call one of them Shell. Uh, Main girl, we gonna be talking about uh, ZZY or Zai, I guess, and you know, homeboy Jeremy. I haven't talked to him in a long time, but who cares? So I meet these guys my freshman year. We really start to click. You know, we do some high school shit, some funny shit. You know, I'm not the kind of guy who does drugs, but uh, vape, yeah, vape. But they did, and I was like, okay, that's fine. Just leave me out of it. You know, things happen. You know, I get into your boy gets into his first freshman relationship, and immediately ends after a month. I was like, what the fuck, you know. Things seemed odd when it happened, but I was like, all right, heartbroken. You know, it is what it is. I didn't even really like her for real. She was a good friend. She still is. Shout out to you if you know who you are. So we carry out the rest of the year trying to live it up, let it be, you know? And, you know, but ZZY or Zai, you know, I really think she's pretty. You know, I talk to her, I look at her when we're eating, but she likes one of my homeboys, which is okay. Things happen, you know? I'm not going to touch it, you know? And then nothing happened between them. And then the summer happens. You know, I get better. I get a little bit taller, a little bit more skinny. I'm not as skinny as I want to be, or like as fit, but I do theater, so I've been I can lift sets and stuff like that. So a bit strong. You know, and so like next year pulls up, sophomore year. You know, I'm bright. I'm ready. I'm happy. You know, I'm so ready. You know, and next thing you know, me and Zai are the only two from our friend group that actually goes to the same lunch because that's what we would mostly hang out those days. And I'm just chilling with her, and I'm like, "Yo, how's it going? How's it been?" She's like, "Oh, nah, I'm good." We'll talk it up, and then she would talk about how her past relationship ended, or she was in a relationship over the summer, and I was like, "Oh shit, congratulations!" Yeah, and we were talking, and I'm like, "Hey, do you have any Instagram or anything?" And she was like, "Yeah, I finally got an Instagram." I was like, "Fuck yeah!" And like, can I get it? And I was like, "Wait." She gives me her Instagram, and all she knows is just that uh, Jay is just being nice, being chill. But little did y'all know, I was planning something. I was like, "Ooh, let's go pretty." I don't know whoever she's dating, so we're just gonna play it out. We're gonna lay it out. We're gonna sit still. We're gonna be chill. And like a few weeks pass, and they break up. I'm like, ah, shit. I text her, and I'm like, hey, uh, like friendship wise, I love you, and like we chill, and I'm always here for you if you need anything. She's like, thank you, because your homeboy like to be a little bit helpful when it comes to shit like that. And so you, we start hanging out a little bit more, start sitting at the tables, you know how high school is, you'd be chilling. And then we'll talk more and more. We would call. And as soon as we call, we start talking more. And then you boy is on the court, I, the ball in hand, I shoot. And the thing is, it's like she stopped it. I didn't fumble, but like she didn't say anything, right? And so next day happens. We're at lunch. A homeboy a homeboy of mine named Manny, or Manuelicious, we'll call him. He my homeboy. I love you, bro. Um, he he brings a bottle and he's like, "Yo, let's play a fucking stupid ass game." And I was like, "All right." And lands on me and her. I'm like, you can hear the heart pounding. I look at her. She looks at me. And I give the weakest fucking kiss I've ever given in my life, bro. Like those are your all like elementary school like peck on the lips. Nah, I was just boom. Like I go up to her, just stay still, and then he spins it again, and it lands on me and Manny. I'm like, shit, $20 is $20. I did not kiss him. No, no, no. We make jokes though. We make jokes. And so it lands on us again, and I'm like, no way, luck is on my side. I do the weakest shit ever again, and it was so crazy because what she said next was like, I'll teach you how to kiss properly. I'm like, are you? And that's how you know your boy hit the full court shot. I'm a chud, bro. I'm a sophomore chud, bro. I don't look good. I'm still making my way through theater, and I'm doing my shows. Yeah. And so we start talking, and she teaches me how to kiss and all of that. We get in trouble a few times, but we scored. And so homecoming stuff's coming around, and we're waiting, we're talking, we waiting, we walk together or we just start chilling, and next thing you know, I'm walking to class, she was walking with me, and she was like, hey, I gotta tell you something. I was gonna wait till after homecoming to ask you. And she was like, will you be my boyfriend? And I was so excited. All right, we're gonna stop that right there. Gotta wait for part 2. Please, this is gonna be good. I promise. I swear to God.